Good morning, everybody. Prepper Nurse 1 here. This is going to be the second video of the day. It is the 16th of March. I actually looked this time. It is Saturday, 2024. Man, halfway through this month already. As you can see, the sun is now peaked up over the top of the hill. There's a lot of stuff going on over there. Wonder what that's all about. But over here, for the moment anyway, we got clear blue skies over here. Now before we jump into this video, I did want to check. Now yesterday, I'll let you guys know, I did not run the generator at all yesterday, and we had an overcast, cloudy day. So I'm actually curious to see where we're at, because I know people are curious how long do the batteries last and stuff like that. The best charge, obviously, for the batteries is the sun. So it has a tendency to saturate the system more when you have that happening. So I'm gonna take a look at that in a moment. Give that a minute to cycle through so we can see where we're at solar-wise. But you know, the sun is just, obviously now come up over the hill. We'll walk over here real quick while we kill a few minutes to look at that. And so it is now shining on the panels already, so that is a good thing. And so it will not shock me if this says charging already. And it is right around 8 o'clock now at this point. Alright, let's see where we're at here. Hasn't done it yet, but anyway, yeah, it's looks like it's going to be a really nice day. I don't know what the temperatures. It's not going to be as warm as it has been today. It has been, but obviously we were unseasonably warm with being in the 70s. It was great. I'm not going to complain, and it was nice to have happen, but that is obviously not going to be the norm. So let's take a look here. Oh, come on. Still on standby. Batteries are never going to go below 50%. If they hit to that point on there, if they hit 50%, the system will shut down. So that's never a concern that you're going to drain the batteries down too much. It's part of the fail-safe system of the batteries themselves. So, right? And this one, just so you guys know, she just went into heat. I noticed this morning she's starting to do some spotting. So her peak time, now that she's gone into heat, will be about 11 or 12 days from now. And I'm going to get her hooked up with a young man, another German Shepherd boy, and we're going to hopefully get some babies. Alright, let's see where we're... okay, very good. Alright, so I'm going to show you that right there. It is saying 58%, and it is saying discharging, okay? That's actually... now, as the sun gets up a little bit higher, it will start charging. But to be at 58% and not having touched it at all, that's not a bad thing at all. That's not bad at all. It's actually very, very good. So, wanted to show you guys that. Part of the process of when you're living this lifestyle, when you're living off-grid and you don't have any telephone lines and you're not hooked up that way and you have your own independent power station, you have to pay attention to what's going on. Do I need to utilize, my generator, and all those type of things. So now again, yesterday was a very rainy, overcast day, most of the day. And so, we were not drawing a ton of power yesterday because of that, situation. But I did not, like I said again, I did not run the generator at all yesterday. So in the 4 days before then, since Monday, I haven't run the generator since Monday. So I like that. That's a good thing. You know, those are the things you have to try to pay attention to also, so you can kind of get an idea. When is the point where we really stopped having to use the generator on a regular basis? Again, I'm going to tell you, when I do have to use a generator, the peak amount of time that I have to run the generator in the wintertime is about 3 hours. If I'm staying on top of stuff, if I'm seeing, like, normally, obviously the sun's coming out today, so I'm not going to worry about it because the batteries are going to be charging up. But if today was going to be another, bad weather day, I would run the generator because I'd want to get the batteries topped off. I don't want them to go down too low, and so. But again, because the sun is right there and the sun is coming out, I'm not going to do that because that's not a concern. And believe me, by probably 11 noon, I'll almost guarantee those batteries will be at 100%. So that's that's part of it. So what I wanted to talk to you too about a little bit today in this video was, this lifestyle that I have chosen to live, and what freedoms come with it. Okay, and so in a world where the cost of energy continues to go up and up and up, and every single year the power companies are raising their rates, using whatever reasoning that they are using to say, oh, well, things are tighter for us, we're having to spend more money, so we have to do this increase across the board to help cover our cost. It's all part of the game. And so, but again, for having the modern conveniences of having power, that's what people will do. They'll pay, because well, in a lot of cases they haven't got a choice, because if you live in a town, or if you live in a city, in order to not have your home be condemned, you have to be tied, or hooked into the grid. So those are roadblocks that are in the way. But to me, it's about being as free as I possibly can be, having the freedom that I want and need to have, and those type of things. Come here, girlie. Yeah, good girl. But yeah, that's what it's about for me. It's like what you're hearing right now. You're hearing the birds, you're hearing nature, and you're not hearing anything else. You're not hearing the hum of traffic, sirens, loud people screaming and yelling and dealing with that type of stuff. You're not hearing that. And so to me, that's an absolutely wonderful, wonderful thing. And I love that. I absolutely love that. And it's a freedom, Now, is it, like I said again, if it was easy, then everybody would be doing it. Just dealing with the solar, that's an everyday thing. When my sister, I'm going to use an example, okay? So when my sister moved up to my property, she automatically assumed that she could continue to run power the way that she ran power before when she was on grid. Well, that's not how it works. It's just not how it works. When you live off grid, there are certain sacrifices that you're making, and you have to pick and choose what you want to do and how you want to do it. Again, it's all about that freedom and where you're at, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, what your goals are. To me, like I said, I don't mind small sacrifices for the freedom of knowing that each month I'm not going to have an electric bill. That's a huge part of the freedom for me. Trying to grow as much of my own food that I can possibly grow is going to be another aspect of that. Having chickens, right, where I get fresh eggs every single day, that taste better, that look better, that's another aspect of that freedom to me that I absolutely love. And so, it's what you want. Are you free? And if you're not free, no, you're never going to be 100% free, folks. There's always going to be taxes. There's always going to be, all those type of things. But again, it comes down to, what do you want? What are you pursuing? Where do you want to be? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to do? And like I said, to me, I'm going to be as free as I possibly can be. And living this lifestyle and living here, I can do that. The expense is great too, and that's a big part of it for me. Keeping my costs low so that I have the freedom, that I have more availability to do what I want to do. Time is precious. That's another thing I really want to reiterate to you guys. Time is precious. And if you spend all your time working for somebody else for a great big house that you're never in because you have to go work all the time to pay for that big house, is that worth it? And who are you impressing? You impressing the Joneses? I honestly, folks, I could care less what other people think of how I live my life. Come here, girl. All right, good girl. I see you. I don't care how people live their life. They can do whatever they want to do. But for me, my freedom is very, very important to me. My time is really important to me. And I just hope that maybe this is something that you want as well. And I think a lot of you do. Oh, boy. No. Get out of here. Hella, no. Come on. Hella. No. Definitely do not want her breeding with that. Come here. Hella. Folks, I'm going to jump off. I'm going to deal with this situation. Be safe, everybody. Keep prepping. I will talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.